Okay.
Hey.
Welcome
Hey there.
back to another Barely a Podcast. That was a great introduction. I'm James and this is Sam. Wait, I got the wrong way around. I'm Sassy Bagassy and you're Silly Willy.
What's up with that? Like, why'd you put your
my hands are cold, so
it's like as soon as you started, you were like, got a point to prove.
Yeah, because my name's Ellen DeGeneres and you're Nicole Scherzinger. And here we go.
On the Barely a Podcast.
Yeah, well, welcome back. Osama bin Laden is dead. It's 2010. Obama is back as president. We're all very happy about that. Now, James, we've got some topics to discuss.
We got some topics to discuss. So,
sorry, that
I mean, if people could only see how retarded
was me
being
emerging
right
from my cocoon. Right, go.
What you got on?
I got a fucking message. Go. Awesome. I'm a perfect baby.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. Cool. Right. Okay. Topic. Go. Go. You've got the computer this time.
I've got all the things. We're going to talk about how we work, how we operate, how we function like a perfect, well-oiled machine.
Penis. Machine.
You don't oil a penis. Lubricate a penis.
Well, you can oil a penis if you're a masseuse who uses oil and wants to make banana cry.
Okay. Well, pretty much we record in bulk.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you couldn't tell that, yeah.
Yeah, literally, we're always like a month ahead. Like
we were.
Oh yeah, we were. Right. Okay. So now that we're moving on to, by the time this comes out, we'll be on the 2 videos.
Oh yeah,
thing.
yeah.
So we started with 1 video a day.
I think even to a point I was pushing you for that because you were like, let's just chill, let's do like 2 uploads a week.
Literally the first.
Because we're the complete opposite in terms of regularity.
Yeah.
So from
I find
from
it very
your
easy
channel,
to do, and you have very thick constipation. Sorry, you said regularity, so my mind just immediately went to poo.
Okay.
Right, anyway.
So you had your end of the spectrum, which was
when we
I'll
thought
put a video up, and then 3 months later, I might put another one up.
Yeah.
And then 2 years later, I might put another one up. And then you had me that was like, let's do 2 videos a day.
Yeah, exactly.
So in a sense, I've kind of brought you over to that side now because
because I think when we started this channel, we were like, right, we'll just take it easy. Right, and I think actually my mindset was we'll do it like 2 videos a week. Well, actually no, we said, didn't we? We said we'd do it alternate days, so we'd do it like Monday, Wednesday, and like Friday or whatever, and we do it like that, and then we might do a special
on a Thursday.
Yeah, exactly. And then after a while, we were like literally after the first recording session, we were like, we've got too many videos.
Yeah, like I was like, oh yeah, Sam. So it's like, okay, so give me a few ideas of games you want to play. I was like, okay, we put them down. It was like, okay, we're now booked up for games until March next year.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Oh no.
So then we were like, okay, fuck it. If this is going to become a regular thing, we might as well just do a video every day and still have like a certain Thursday or whatever as like a special alternate video. But we always have a series, like 2 series going. And then it got to like a couple of weeks ago when we were literally like, okay, a video every single day.
It's still we recorded all the videos until like midway through January next year.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, I was like, that was going to take like a year to complete.
Yeah, exactly.
Because of how long it would take. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then.
I believe the conversation went a little something like, I have something I want to talk to you about, and then you were like, I think I know what you're going to talk to me about. And I was like, I was like, 2 videos a day, and you were like, 2 videos a day.
Yeah. Which starts on the 20th, doesn't it? But today is the 18th. So 2 days. So 2 days from now, because today is the 18th when we're recording this.
This is
and when does this podcast come out? Comes out on the...
It's coming out
30th,
doesn't it? This is technically December's one, I guess. It comes out at the beginning of December, so I mean, we're
this one's November's one because we had the October one.
But the October one came out in November.
Oh,
fuck! So we do it like 2 weeks. So this is the December one.
Okay, so it's like it's like early December, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So not really that far. Oh, do you know what? That's actually led me on to Christmas. Right, I am so fucking broke. But yesterday, my dad goes, oh yeah, you've got some things to sign, and I'm like, what do you mean? Because I had a job ages ago, and I had to quit because it was just ruining my life. I don't do well working. And they taxed me like £310 or whatever. And because I was earning only a certain amount, I could get a tax return.
Yeah.
The tax return. So I quit in like February.
Yeah.
And we're now into November.
Fucking hell.
And it has finally gotten sorted, right? So I'm like, oh, Dad, finally! Oh my God, this is amazing! So I can finally buy Christmas presents for my family, and I can live. This is great. And then he was like, yeah, but your accountant did this, so there's going to be a little fee, and I'm like, a little fee? And my brother was there, and he was like, oh yeah, it might be like 10% or something like that. So obviously 10% of 310, 31. That's fine. And then my dad was like, no, it might be like 150, and I was literally like, oh shit. and then he was just like, at least it doesn't go to taxes. And I was just like, yeah, but yeah.
But it doesn't go to me anyway.
Yeah, but half of it isn't going to me. But yeah, Christmas should be good. I think. Do you know what's really funny, right? So it's a good thing that we're on a tangent now, because we only had a few topics. But I did want to get a new job. And where I live, they were looking for like temporary staff for Christmas, and there's like a big shopping centre, and the Lego store were hiring, right? But I didn't get a message back from them. I handed in my CV, I did the online thing, I did everything like that. I was so excited, and then when the deadline came, I didn't get any messages, and I was like, all around me are familiar faces. But they got the next best thing, which across the room from the shop is an underwear store, like a ladies' underwear store, which I've handed my CV in for that as well. So maybe I'll get that. So yeah. And then I won't be broke over.
They're
Christmas.
looking for male staff.
They're looking for staff. They can't be. What's the word? They can't be sexist.
Oh, you've provided me with the wrong kind of information.
Well, they can't be sexist. So
No. I'm just gonna walk past.
Oh, do it. You won't look in. You won't look in. No one ever looks into those underwear stores. They literally sort of go like this. only.
It's the really suggestive looking underwear store, isn't it?
It's the one. It's
like
I think
pink and black.
It's Boo Avenue. Yeah.
Yeah,
That one. Yeah. It's not Ann Summers, which is like the poor man's like Victoria's Secret or whatever. Poor woman's whatever. But yeah, hopefully I'll get that, and then I won't be broke. But you're like set, aren't you? Because you've got an awesome little jobby Jew.
Yeah.
Wait, a jobby Jew. Which is pretty cool. See, you and I. Do you know what? You're right. We do work in completely opposite ways. Like you can be very focused and organized about basically everything, and you can find a way to make everything organized. Especially the fucking YouTube thing. I think one day you should save the entire schedule and sell it. Like imagine 5 years from now, when we make it, if we make it big, and people are like, oh my God, I want this schedule, and then they're going through all of our videos, making sure everything lines up, and they're like, oh my God, yay, yes, Daddy, yes. But yeah, so like, you're very.
If you could see it, it's quite a marveling feat.
It's a multicolored, multi magical little baby. But yeah, you're very hardworking. I guess my girlfriend calls me creative, right? But I'm more like a starving artist in a sense. So like by choice, I'll sit here and I can think to myself, right, what do I want to do with my future? I want to do like drawings and shit like that. I want to do writing, and then I don't do any of that, and I just sit and watch YouTube videos. And I'm thinking, this is technically also my career, which I make no money off of because it's only like the second month. So yeah, that's what we're like. What's the other topic that we had on? Because I started rambling and then. So
the topic we're talking about is how the videos work. So
right.
So
yes.
like basically how it works is we record in bulk. And
yeah, a lot of bulk. Hang on. Yeah, so basically we record in bulk. It's okay, I'll cut it very finely. My dad just had to shout at me for a second.
It's alright, you're going to do a beautiful job. It's going to be like there's nothing ever
Yeah,
happened.
it's going to be really okay. It's going to be like this. literally. Right. So we record in bulk, and what are we currently on? Because by the time that this video comes out, we'll be on like episode something or other or something. But like at the moment, we've only uploaded.
So in terms of everything being cleared, we're near enough. I mean, I got like a one video, but we're up to. I'm just trying to think in weeks terms.
Yeah.
We're roughly about 2 and. Is that? It's technically under 2. We're about 2 weeks in advance of everything.
Yeah, so, exactly.
So that's not exactly true because we have got
but it always
at least half the videos for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, and it keeps growing each week because we haven't actually because a week goes by and then we record another 2 weeks. So we're always gaining extra weeks as we go. So eventually it'll get to the point where we could probably take a whole month off and it won't make a dent in what we're doing.
Yeah.
Which is brilliant. It's actually pretty good. I mean, the one thing that is inconvenient about it, but it works with us because we're not like an industry. We're not like Game Grumps or anything like that. We don't have to. It isn't our job at the moment to make videos and be current and stuff like that. So if we mention something and it turns out that video comes out like a month later, it might be a little bit out of touch or whatever, but it doesn't really matter because that's the kind of thing I like about most videos it's like the meme aspect. Like you mention something once and then people are like, haha, that's amazing, and then it goes away and then it comes back a little bit later and it's pretty good. So so we've got a pretty good setup. And
then kind of we split editing between generally. So if
who's playing usually,
and that's generally how.
And because we record most game capture stuff, so like console stuff, you usually do that. But I mean, if it was me, because the next game that we've got that's going to be on game capture is Uncharted, which I'll be editing, so that sort of thing. But I usually do like the Bandicam stuff and all of that shiz. And
then what generally happens is like prime example is like the genital jousting. It takes it through. You do basically what is the rough edit.
Yeah, exactly.
And you hand it through to me, and I'll just go and add in the little refineries, like add in pictures and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it's all, and then it just gets out, and then I upload all of it. And,
you've got much better internet than mine.
And then just schedule all of it.
Oh yeah,
so
exactly.
So generally, I'll do it at the beginning of the week. I'll upload the week's videos.
Yeah.
So and then the weekend
schedule them to come out.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're doing it pretty efficiently. I guess the one thing, like by now, because it's like second month or whatever, the only thing we need to do is like up our like social media and get more people watching. So whoever's watching this, please share, like, do all that kind of sexy stuff because we would really appreciate it.
I was gonna try and designate you being the more with it and comical aspect.
I do sometimes literally just log into the channel and then comment on videos like, haha, yes, like stuff like just really random stuff just to make sure that people sort of see us.
Yeah. But I mean, I know also with like the whole publicity thing, you can obviously.
I'll definitely give that a go because we do need to get that out there. We need like. Obviously by now, like, it's so much fun doing this. That's what I really love, is that, like, when we started doing this, like, ages ago, I mean, we would sort of half-arse it. Like, we'd be like, we're not really going to do it seriously, but that took all the fun out of it because we didn't, like, put a lot of effort into it. Yeah. But then, but now we've sort of, like, evolved and adapted to how everything goes about, and we sort of know what we're doing. Obviously, it's hard for small channels to, like, to grow and get big, like we both know that.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't exactly say I was upset with. I mean, we have been going. Well, it would have been the end of this week be our third week, and we got about 100. It's roughly averaged at about 50 views a week.
Yeah,
which isn't a lot. But it's not a number that I'm not happy with.
The point is, like, the fact that we're doing these series like all at once rather than like doing a series and then stopping at like 12 episodes and then doing another series. Like, we're doing them all at once because we've got so much time to do it. Hopefully it attracts more people, and then when they catch like episode 20 Zelda, they're like, oh, I'm gonna go back and start from the beginning and then watch it like that.
Yeah.
So hopefully that all works out, and hopefully whoever watches this podcast does that, because that would be really helpful. I mean, I realized that the algorithm of views is like a minute watching, apparently. Like so even if you just want to watch a minute, like, just check us out, just see what's there. Like, each video is actually really, really fucking different, because I remember when we first started Zelda, right? We're very new, because that was actually the first series we started.
Yeah.
We're very like, hi, yes, we're weird, and this is a video.
And it was still really funny, but then by the end of it, like,
and then
you're looking at like in the 20s now.
Yeah.
And then we're just like, this is very chill.
No, but that's what I was gonna say. In between, we suddenly turned really fucking crazy. It's due to sleep deprivation. We're just there like, whoa.
What are you saying, Sam?
Sausage, yeah. and then literally the last 2 episodes we did were the chillest, like, most relaxed Zeldas ever, and it was just like, oh, dude, chill. And then comparing those videos to like the Sonic videos, which are just fucking manic and insane, and then comparing those to the Dishonored videos, and like how I've edited them, and like everything sort of different. Like, people will be able to pick up on them and enjoy them in different ways and stuff like that, and that's what's cool. So hopefully people like that sort of thing.
I mean, the whole aspect of it is supposed to be quite relaxed. Like, for example, we left off with Sonic Mania.
Yeah.
But there's like no reason why we wouldn't go back to it.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, other than the fact that, I mean, it does like break you slightly.
Yeah, it breaks. It does.
Like, there is a reason why the second. I called the second episode as in the actual thumbnail. This is when Sam broke.
Yeah, literally.
It started to break you towards the end of it. I mean, in a video in which I'm like screaming hysterically.
Yeah, exactly. It does affect me. But do you know what? That's a good.
I mean,
literally, there's like moments where we're just screaming.
Like,
it kept making me sing. It was so addictive. But that actually brings me on to Sonic Forces, right? Sonic Forces, which interestingly, I've been watching Game Grumps and stuff like that because it is actually really fucking funny. It's the kind of game where they think it's really innovative because you get to design your own character, right? They're like, oh my god, yes, guys, we're gonna make them design their own character. They're gonna feel like they're in the game. The character literally says nothing. And they're in it for the first 2 levels, and then you play as Sonic again.
And then they just bring you in like every like 10 levels. They bring you in like once.
And you can make your character so fucking creepy. So creepy. The one thing I did,
they look like they're not registered sex offenders.
Literally, like they look like fucking. They look like they're gonna be new attractions at Freddy Fazbear's, you know, like that sort of thing. They're gonna like swallow you up, and then you're gonna live inside of them. And the one thing I did like about that though was that like each animal had like a different trait, but that was annoying because then some animals had really shitty traits. Like if you wanted to be like a dog or whatever, he had more of a fight tactic, but like Sonic is all about going fast, so don't make them fight, you know. I quite liked it has like a grappling hook to swing around, but then I just thought, but that just makes you like Sonic again, you know. Like they're trying to be different, but they're basically just making another game, just reskinning it each time, and eventually it just becomes a bit tired. And also like, no, I don't mean to be spoilers. Maybe I'll leave a big spoiler emergency. Like Sonic dies in the very first bit, and everyone's like, "Whoa, Sonic actually died!" Yeah, literally, and then he's back. Like he's literally back in the next level.
Dead. He just got taken to prison and tortured.
Literally. Everyone's like.
But then also the character reactions.
The characters are like, "Oh my god, he's dead," and then Knuckles is like to everyone, "Guys, I know that Sonic is dead, but it's time to move on. I'm the new leader."
And then when they find him in prison after he's been like tortured,
they're like, "Sonic, finally, you're back."
Yeah, it's like, "Oh hey, it's Sonic."
Yeah, literally.
Literally. And then Sonic's like, when you see him like breaking out of prison, he's like,
"Yeah."
Oh,
they kill him.
Yeah.
Right, they kill him. Yeah. Right, they kill him for one purpose, so that you can be in the game. for your character to be in the game, right? Which is like epic. It's like, oh yes, I'm the new Sonic, right? That's cool. That's cool. Right? It would be cool until what happens is that because Tails is like Sonic's best friend, they're like, oh my god, we can't just leave Tails. Like, oh, he's gonna be so depressed and stuff, which he wasn't, by the way. And then what they do to resolve this is bring back the old
different
Sonic,
different
universe Sonic who can't talk, which is good. To be fair,
less obnoxious.
Yeah, literally. But then it's like, okay, so now we've lost a Sonic, we gained a character to replace Sonic, and now we've got a new Sonic, and then we've got the old Sonic back.
It's like, oh, you've lost one Sonic, you've gained two Sonics and a completely pointless character.
Literally, and that's my problem with it. To be fair, the game looks really, really pretty compared to the other ones. It reminds me a lot of what's the one that you really like? It's
Colors.
The other one that everyone likes.
Generations.
That's the one.
Well, it's made by the people that made Colors and Generations.
Well, why fucking
so, yeah.
Yeah, but the colors are pretty cool. Stuff like that. What was the other? Let's move on to our next topic, which I believe was
the Big Daddy Evil Within.
Oh, the Big Daddy with the Evil Within 2, right? So you really liked the first one, didn't you?
I wouldn't say I liked the concept of it. Like I played the game. I watched it through, and I'm still like in the process of playing it through for the old chat. And it's like I liked elements of it, but it was just
there are bits of it.
Like in a sense, it was kind of groundbreaking because what it was is almost like a better like a revamped, like a good story. And like bringing back what was like something like the original Resident Evil.
Yeah.
But the problem was, and obviously that shouldn't really surprise you, considering the guy that created it was one of the main producers on the original Resident Evil. But then there were so many aspects of it that were broken.
Yeah,
and it kind of just ruined the game.
Yeah.
Like I'm stuck at a part at the moment. I don't know how the fuck I'm supposed to get through it because I have like one bullet. And like 20 zombies to fight off with it, and I'm like, but you can't punch away at that because they kill you before you even like.
No, that's what I do like about the new game. They updated the leveling tree and stuff like that, so you can play the game in your own way. And I've been watching Markiplier's live streams of it, and you can it's like he literally spent the first half of the game literally leveling up all of his stealth kills, so he could literally just sneak around and kill everyone without having to use his bullets. So they've definitely sort of they've rebalanced the game, and I was saying to you before, I love how like self-aware it's become, because the first one was very much like, hey, we're not Resident Evil, we're our own game and we're very serious and we're gonna shoot zombies in a dream, and you know, but now it's sort of like hey, we're in a dream, nothing really matters, let's just save my daughter and get the fuck out, you know. Which is pretty cool, and
I mean, I think that has its perks and its downsides, because I think I kind of feel like this story is more linear than the last one, because the last one kind of made you really
were confused, you didn't know,
and
what was
like
going on.
So vast, the story, but this one's a little bit more, but it is a benefit, because also it's like
this one annoyed me because the second one annoyed me because of the fact that it's in a dream, right? You're sent to this sort of dream world. But it's like it's too grounded in reality in a sense, which sounds silly, but like the big enemies can do all this crazy shit, right? But they're just basically people, you know. Apparently they've got like certain qualities that make them able to do this, but then it's like I think one of them is like, if you're a psychopath, you have more control over the world. But the moment you step foot in that place and you see all of this stuff that is in your head and you can be physically affected by it, that would make you pretty fucked up, and therefore you'd slowly be able to control it. So I don't know, there's like certain like rules and stuff like that I don't agree with as part of the game, but I really I do really like it. I think they changed the voice actor for Sebastian.
That's the one thing I don't like.
And the character art, which looks really fucking weird, and his wife. Right, like Sebastian goes through the entire game. He gets like cuts, he gets bruises, like his hair changes a little bit, like grows a beard, you know, all that kind of stuff. But his wife, her hair is always immaculate, and she's always wearing her wife clothes.
Also, I'm not gonna like
not wife clothes.
Like,
that's not
obviously, it's like part of the story, but the same token, it doesn't. like, for me, it doesn't really add up going from like the first game to the second. I mean,
Yeah.
what I was kind of happy about was that I know for a fact they got a really cool artist to come in and do a comic
Yeah.
which bridges the first to the second game,
Oh,
which
that's
is
cool.
quite cool.
That is quite
I was
cool.
looking at getting it, but
Yeah.
but also, I mean, also
Yeah, I did
Might be
think.
something to consider because it's now £10 less than when it came out.
Whoa, must not have got very good. Yeah, it's got 3 stars. I think that is the thing. It's a vast improvement on the first, but it's still got a way to go, you know. And Markiplier described it. I don't know if I've played Dead Space 1 and I've seen a lot of gameplay for Dead Space 2.
Yeah.
It's the idea that the first game you're dropped into this world, you have no idea what's going on, you don't know what's real, what's fake, everything's very new and scary, and then the second game you need to be someone who knows it. You know everything, and things are less scary, sure, but then that's why you introduce new stuff, and I think that's what the second game did quite well, is that it's like everything was sort of new. It was more open world as well. With the idea of union and whatnot. So yeah, I think it's definitely an improvement. But I think if they made a third one, I don't know where they would go with it. I think the story is so.
I like to think of it almost as a tree, right? If in that sense. So the first one opened up to all these different things that could happen. But the second one took it down one particular branch.
Yeah, exactly.
So unless they took a backpedal onto the first game.
Yeah.
Right. And went down a different route.
Because what Resident Evil did was they slowed everything down. They were literally like first game you're in a tiny isolated area, and they were like, okay, we'll bring it out a little bit. We'll bring it out a little bit more, and then obviously that's how the game sort of lost traction, because it was just the same game over and over again, just in a different place.
Yeah.
With the story that you already can figure out by like the 4th game, and then they made 3 more. You know, or 4
and
more,
like I
really.
said, I've spoken about Biohazard before, but Biohazard was good. But it doesn't. It feels almost like its own entity rather than a Resident Evil game. It was a good game. It just didn't really seem to fit in.
It's better referring to it as Biohazard rather than Resident Evil Biohazard, you know, because it is literally its own thing. I haven't seen anyone play the DLC yet.
It's coming out in.
Oh, I thought it was out already.
No, it's coming out right at the end of the year. So
okay, awesome.
The last like 2 weeks of December.
I am excited for that because it's you know.
There's one way. There's a DLC that you get if you'd already bought the game, which is like one where you have to go back for Zoe if you picked. If you picked, what's her name? Who's your wife called?
Esmeralda. Shigeru Miyamoto. Saggy nonce. Oh yeah, because the brother's still alive, isn't he? So he comes back.
Yeah, the brother's a fucking nut job.
Yeah.
He basically turns. So you know, like when you're at the end. I mean, the end again. This isn't actually spoilers because it doesn't reveal anything about the story. When you're going through that quarry.
Yeah.
Yeah, to get out, right? He's turned all that into like a hive network of all of those. Like what PewDiePie refers to as the moist monsters.
Yeah, the moist monsters. Yeah.
So like, which was quite cool. So I at first when he was talking about like the way you're playing as what's his face, the soldier. What's his name?
Chris Redfield.
That's it.
Yeah.
And when you're playing as Redfield and it's I think the DLC is called something the one they're bringing out is called something like Not a Hero or something like that. And you have to go back, and the whole thing revolves around you going back, but the brother's still a fucking nut job.
Exactly.
Which is kind of cool in a way. Like I like that.
Cool. Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't overly pleased with the fact that it's like literally you go in there, shoot a sort of thing. I would have preferred if he'd gone in with like a pistol.
Yeah.
Because he's going in there like fully equipped, got like belts of grenades.
Yeah.
And, like, I kind of feel like
but it might be the kind of thing like a lot of games do, like especially I guess Assassin's Creed is a good example of it. Like like the first game, I mean, you are known as this amazing soldier or whatever, and then you lose everything and you have to gain it back. You know, like that sort of concept,
that could work.
which I imagine could happen because what's his face is such like a twisted character. He is the kind of person that likes to play with the main character.
Like one of the tape things that you watch is the
Yeah.
birthday party, and you have to light the candles.
Yeah,
Remember,
exactly,
that's the
exactly.
first
It's
one.
like it's a twisted game and stuff like that.
But yeah, so there's one DLC where you have to go back, because if you chose Mia, you have to go back and save Zoe.
Right, I might look that up because it looks quite interesting.
Yeah, but no, that'd be quite cool.
Yeah.
But
Then we've got one more topic,
I think we've got some more.
which is
It's our boy
Deadpool
Ryan
Daddy.
Reynolds.
Deadpool Daddy. The trailer 2 came out a couple of days ago, I think,
Yeah.
from now, and it is so fucking hilarious. I follow him on Instagram, and he posted the painting.
Yeah,
of
I
him
saw
and
it
all
like
the
a week
characters.
before. Yeah.
And I was literally like, oh my god, what is this? What is this? And then
Because I didn't anticipate it being Deadpool 2 just yet. I thought
Yeah,
like that
exactly.
was just him doing.
I thought that was
something.
like a fan-made thing
Yeah.
as well, because he does a thing with this Instagram guy called like Mutant 101 or something like that,
Yeah.
who makes a lot of Photoshop art and they're quite funny.
I love how he did like the Bob Ross thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what was so fucking weird about it.
And then
Like,
the painting kept changing in the background.
yeah,
He was
exactly.
Like, he's like,
His-
holy fuck nuggets.
Yeah, the trailers
Yeah.
never show a lot of the film, and that's what I think I quite like about it. Like, the teaser for it did not show any of the film. It showed none of the film, right?
It
It
was
showed,
just him
showed
getting-
Easter eggs and stuff like
Yeah.
that, but it was literally him
Getting changed.
while a man got murdered. Which is... I just can't fucking wait for that film to come out. It's so amazing. I think it's coming out, like, sort of Valentine's Day time again, like February next year, I think.
Okay, I should check for
Check it, because I saw it with my girlfriend the first time, and we literally like pissed our pants with laughter. It was so amazing. I just can't wait for that film.
But it looks like it just looks really good.
Yeah, it does. And I like how I mean, I'm worried that it might do a bit of a like a what's it called, Guardians of the
Nah,
Galaxy
man,
2.
it's June. 1st of June.
Oh my god,
I
that's
thought it was
ages.
summer. Yeah.
Fuck. I thought it was gonna do like a Guardians of the Galaxy 2 where it doesn't live up to the first one, you know. But I imagine that they probably solved a lot of...
Because the thing with Guardians of the Galaxy 2 was it was good, but it didn't have the repeatability that
Yeah.
Guardians 1 had.
Yeah, actually,
So I can watch Guardians 1 over and over again. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's just enjoyable.
you know,
But
it's-
Guardians 2 is.
it's like what I was saying about like the Evil Within, in the sense that like the first one has to be like everything is new, everything is fresh,
Yeah.
you know, and then the second one has to be like you know everything.
Also,
you know,
it just kind of
which
becomes
doesn't
like
work in films. I don't think that works.
Yeah,
in
I
films.
just think it ends up becoming like a commercialized revamp.
Exactly,
Sort of thing.
because they try to add new characters and stuff like that, but that's really not interesting. You know, it's not.
What you want is just something that's going to be equally as good quality as the first one, but just different to the different.
That's why Civil War worked really well, because we know these characters, and then when you split them up, you take sides and you decide who's the hero and who's the villain, you know, that sort of thing.
And also, it was almost like, you know, there were hints to previous films, like where they had the Accords from all the when he shows
Yeah.
all the clips from all the different films. But actually, what they did so well was they didn't introduce anything. What they introduced very well, and obviously it helped lead in at the beginning, was
Yeah.
the whole murder. With spoilers, the whole murder of Howard Stark.
Yeah.
Right? Which had been highlighted. I mean, it was a nice Easter egg to know in other films. Oh, he died and he never made it to the airport, and then you actually find out why. But the best thing they did was they just brought everyone in. They didn't
Yeah.
go, here's some shitty thing,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
we're gonna make it just to catch you all up against. Like, no, we just bring you in something new.
Yeah.
You've seen the characters before, but this is something new, and that's just why it worked so well.
And I tell you what about Guardians of the Galaxy 2, I was disappointed by like the dad reveal, you know. I was kind of hoping that the producers, the directors, whatever, would go more towards like would sort of do it in a reveal in another film, like when they bring all the Avengers together and they bring the Guardians of the Galaxy into that world, that they would do a bigger reveal, like something completely unrelated to the comic books or something like that. It would have just been much more interesting.
But the thing is, what I didn't understand about Guardians of the Galaxy 2 was, and this is what I think this is actually what made the film not as good, was it was great, but the problem was it was too much based around the whole dad.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, the whole 3/4 of the film is spent on that planet, and
Yeah.
and that's it. Like, if that had lasted, and then actually from that they go on to what is the climax of the film somewhere else,
Yeah, exactly.
then I thought it would have worked really well. But it didn't, because it was only based around that one thing, and I think that's what let it down.
Yeah,
really.
spends too much time focusing on like an aspect that not really many people care about.
Yeah.
You know, like I guess that's why I think Thor Ragnarok it will work so well, because I know most of the story.
It was amazing, man.
He doesn't spend too much time in one place in a world where you have to travel
Yeah,
everywhere.
I mean, I know a lot of the critics also said that was, if anything, that was a bit of a downside to it, because it moved,
he was moving
around too much, and it almost didn't allow you to, not to say take it seriously, but almost, when you're moving around from thing to thing, it's hard enough
to be immersed in the world.
Yeah, it's kind of like, oh, we're just moving from here, and then like certain things he didn't take. To be fair, and I am going to say spoilers.
Yeah,
here
I'll
now,
put a spoiler on most of ours.
Also, I'd imagine you. Yeah. How much do you know about the film?
I know enough. Spoilers don't actually bother me, to be honest.
Well, when Odin dies,
yeah,
Anthony Hopkins, and I think Anthony Hopkins' character played brilliantly. I thought he played brilliantly. When he passes on, and I think they did that very well. A lot of critics say that Thor didn't take it very seriously, but actually, I thought he took it fine. He was very angry at fucking Loki for banishing him off, so he never saw him, and he was therefore very angry. But to be fair, I also then thought that Tom Hiddleston's character also responded to that very well, because he almost didn't go, "Oh, lovey-dovey, it's okay,"
Yeah.
But then at the same time, he thought, "Look, I have some respect for my father.
Yeah.
He's not a..." So I thought that worked really well. I would
Yeah.
probably say the only criticism was it moved around a little bit too much.
Yeah, I think well with characters like Thor and Loki and stuff like that, they are semi-immortal beings that don't die for about 1,000 years.
Yeah.
So why would you expect him to be that upset when death is an inevitability for them?
But the thing is, what really kind of I thought was really good, and you say the spoilers don't really bother you. How prepared are you to hear this spoiler? Okay. So at the end of the film, and I think it's a good thing. Obviously, at the beginning of the film is when Thor's hammer gets broken, and you lose that element. So he's like, okay, he's got nothing. He's starting to think, well, what can I do? How can I still fight? And then at the end of the film, when he does start fighting, and he gets this really, the power of thunder to conduct it through himself. That's really fucking cool. He then loses one of his eyes.
Oh yeah.
But this isn't like his eyes going. The promotional material where you see him stand on the bridge and he's got both of his eyes glowing. That's fake. He only has one eye glowing, right? Because then at the end of it, he has an eye patch like the one that Odin had.
Yes.
But it's like that human part of it. Like, yeah, they can fucking take serious damage.
Exactly.
Like he's not like, oh, he's so perfect, he can't be touched, he can't take any damage. Like they weren't that far. They weren't afraid to go that far.
Because the joke is, Hulk, Thor is the strongest Avenger. Whatever. It's actually Hulk, but the point is that Thor thinks he's immortal and can't be touched, and he needs to be.
But the thing is, he ends up coming out of Ragnarok stronger than stronger than he was when he went in there. And I think he's now. He always has that element which is the comical character which Chris Hemsworth portrays him as, which is I am very mighty, and but at the end of it, he comes out as quite this, still comical, but quite more. He grows more humble over all the films anyway.
Yeah.
But he comes out as quite this humble but kick-ass.
Yeah.
But still comical superhero
with normal hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people say they don't like it. Don't get me wrong, I liked it either way, but I still do like him with short. I like
him with short hair because it changes the trope.
I think he'd look a bit too kind of Scandinavian if he still had the long hair when his eyes were glowing and everything. Yeah, it's fine when he had it because he was the Norse god, but then if they want to revamp his powers,
because he does become a prisoner, they would shave his head. It works as a
Yeah,
as
exactly.
a symbol,
Exactly.
you know.
Exactly.
But yeah, I think that might actually conclude this podcast. We went on like a massive tangent about the Marvel
we
films.
missed out one thing,
What
which
did we
is
miss
what's coming up soon. What's coming up?
Okay. I think you take the lead on that.
I'm gonna take a little lead.
Yeah.
And we're gonna talk. We're gonna do a little bit of talky.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's mostly gonna be staying on video games. Got some cool video games all the time. This is coming out. It's gonna be starting. Not long after, it's going to be starting some Uncharted. Got some beautiful Doom coming up.
Oh yes, Doom. We're going to play that today, aren't we?
Yes, and also what's going to be happening. I want to try and start doing. So taking the funny parts.
Yeah,
this is why I need also like I'm going to start asking you to like start rewatching stuff because I want you to make a note of all the clips and then we're going to do like a best of at the end of each month.
Yeah, exactly.
So it saves me having to make really really big fucking montages, but I want to still do montages. Because
I love that kind of stuff.
I also want to try and I'm going to try and do some things a little bit different. So we're playing some more one-off games which we're going to do.
Yep.
But also I want to try and do some other stuff that we're going to have a little bit of a talk of after this podcast. So.
Yeah.
So, there's a lot to be had, lot to be said.
Yep.
Hopefully the channel could grow. I mean, what would be amazing is if we can try and be at like 100 subscribers before Christmas. That would be...
I mean, I imagine...
I think
we're at like 5 now. I think 100 is a big goal. I think, again, we're a very loosey-goosey channel. We don't mind if there aren't...
I don't mind how long it takes. I'm just thinking...
I think if you're watching this podcast now and you've made it this far, I mean, I said it in the middle, but seriously, please try and share this with anyone. I know that like we've got friends or whatever that will watch.
I know I've got friends that are sharing stuff around.
Well, exactly. So we would just like that little bit extra. I think the podcasts get the most views. The last one got like
that's because freaking Rachel. Put in the comments. We said fuck like 6 times in 1 minute.
That was me.
No, it was a combination of the both. It was just like fucking and I was like, oh for fuck's sake. And it was like it was just like the fucking
literally you just clicked it.
It was just really entertaining.
Oh my god, yeah.
But I think we should try and work on. I want to kind of leave you as the representative because I'm sorting out all the video stuff. I want to leave you in charge of social media.
Yeah.
Make relatable tweets. We'll get more followers when you start posting shit stuff.
I need I'll start shit posting and following people.
Yeah,
and
you shit
people.
post. You shit post, boy.
I'll shit post. I post my shit all over Twitter.
But it's been lovely to spend this.
Yeah,
it's been lovely to spend this quarter of an hour or so with you.
Yeah, awesome.
Loved every second of it. We do love connecting with people in whatever way you want to take that.
But connecting. So we'll talk to you next month.
Yeah, we'll see you in Belly Podcast number 3. Next coming next month in 2018. I do say.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
So obviously I'm sure you'll hear this a lot on the channel over the next month or so. But I hope you have a lovely holidays, and we'll see you all in 2018.
Yeah,
so,
baby.
Stay beautiful.
So see you next time.
I'm Belly Average.
I'm Belly Average. Yeah.
Scoobity ba, scoobity da, a da ba da 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 da, a da ba da da, a da ba da da, and we'll see you next time.